Just saying waiting for hearing acting studio.
Is it now? Live. Hey, okay. Awesome. Connecting to YouTube. All right. Here we go. And action.
I need to talk to you.
Nice to see you too. Talk about what?
Don't play the dumb card with me right now.
I'm not playing dumb. I don't know what you're talking about.
Try again, without the lying this time.
I wasn't thinking. It just happened.
I knew it. I just knew it.
What was I supposed to do, huh? Just let it go?
Yes, you were supposed to let it go. You were supposed to leave it alone. Yeah, you've proved that.
I'm sorry. I really am. I just had to find out for myself.
I warned you about this. I told you this would happen.
I know you did. I wish I would have listened.
You should have thought about that before you did it.
You were right. Is that what you want me to say?
I want you to fix this.
No, it's too late for that.
You know what you have to do, so do it.
Scene. Hey. Woo. Okay, so let's walk through choices. Tell me about what you guys decided on.
So we practiced with playing both people, and we hadn't really I don't know if we've completely reached a decision about who's who, because we were practicing with both. And so we were trying to do the angles and stuff that we learned in class.
Mm-hmm.
But it was hard to figure out where to work it into the scene.
Okay, tell me about that. What did you guys try?
Well, we thought for person B, that would be at the beginning they could do a wide angle before it gets serious.
Okay.
But we didn't really practice that. We just talked about it. And then we both felt really awkward doing the low and high angles. It just felt weird.
Okay, what about it felt weird?
It's just if you're talking on the phone with a friend, you don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, in a standard type situation, you and I opposite each other, there are moments where we're right here, right? But if you think about life, okay, you think about the things that can start to happen, you start to explore different choices depending on what is happening within the conversation. So me in a fight over FaceTime looks completely different than me just talking in FaceTime. Totally different. So in this situation, so we'll get into that and what you guys imagine there, we'll figure out where the angles fit in to the emotion. Because really what the angles help us do, other than establishing, is figure out that. Figure out how these things can help bring more light to the script, help us create this story together. Are you guys getting a lag sound?
Yeah.
Hold on. It was bothering me. Try something. I'm muting you for a second to see if it's that. Okay, yeah. Hey, Brian is here. He's same words. That. Oh, great. Da, da, da. Yeah, it went away. Okay. So I'll just mute you guys when I'm talking about a critique, and then I'll unmute you to talk. So basically that's the main thing there is looking at it and going, all right, let me figure out how within emotion I'll find a way to do that. Because I'll tell you, I have been upset with someone and gotten in their face here with something like that. There have been moments where that starts to happen. There'll be moments where you're sort of just imagine this. If you're in the middle of something, there may not be an option to sort of, say, drop my phone. That'd be a part of it. If it's up here, this one, if anything, is going to feel a little uncomfortable So you go, all right, what's this shot meant for? What's the purpose for it? So let's go into the up one, right? What's the purpose for that shot? So you guys are unmuted.
Like when it's looking like down on you.
Yeah.
Isn't it like for like the like villain or like submissive type thing?
Villain or hero?
I just meant like for the downward one.
Yeah, the downward one. Downward facing up. Is that what you mean? Or the upward facing down?
I mean like looking down on you.
Oh, okay. So that's the high angle. High angle is up here, low angle is down here. So the high, yes, submissive, soft, loving, like those are the reasons for that. And this is kind of close to that. It's sort of a happy medium between that. But there's especially moments where you might want someone to feel something, and so you angle yourself a certain way to be able to express that. And the same with under. So to find that, let's talk about the scene. So tell me about emotion-wise what we were thinking. What was the situation we imagined?
So we tried like a ton of different situations, but like, and it took us like a long time to find something that fit. But we basically decided that like it's complicated, but basically person B stole person A's brother's like diary to figure out if they liked her back, and then person A found out.
I mean, that's not complicated. That is very standard. That happens. I'm just kidding. That's great. Okay, I love that. So you were struggling with who's person A, who's person B, right? So for today, who was who?
I was person A and she was person B.
Okay, so you had the stuff stolen? You had your brother's?
My brother had the stuff stolen.
It was your journal about your brother?
It was my
his
brother's journal.
Got it. So she was doing it to see if he wrote about her, basically. Okay. So the cool part about this, and this is for everybody, the best part about working two is you're going to have a better understanding. Oh, gotta meet you guys. You're going to have a better understanding in this scene than ever before, because you're going to have to work on both sides. You're going to have to understand and fall in love with both characters. See it from each of their perspectives. And then when you're opposite and you're playing the character that you're playing, you're fully invested in them. However, you will have an internal understanding of what's going on the other side. You'll have an internal understanding of the kind of relationship that you and that other person have. And it brings up the work because you have to work harder at it. But all the things we always do with character, you have to do it double. And it's going to help so much with building this character. So let's start from the top here, and I'll see if I can help you find a couple moments here and talk through some choices, okay? Cool.
I need to talk to you.
Nice to see you too. Talk about what?
Okay, good.
Don't
So we
play the
start
dumb
there.
card with me right now.
Let's go back there. We talk about I need to talk to you, right? So even that's an opportunity, okay? So could be a couple different options there. Could be that, like, Serenity, you're in the middle of something, right? You're doing something, and then you go to answer the call while you're doing something. Like, I cannot tell you how many times in the last week since Joey got me my Apple Watch, I've just answered like this. Like, I've just been like, yeah, huh? What's up? You know? Or if I have my phone and I'm in the middle of something, I'm grabbing it and sort of like looking at them when I need to, but also like maybe I'm setting up this area for the classroom or whatever. And so I need to talk to you. We got to first ask ourselves inside of the scene, who, like, is that the first thing said in this conversation? Is that the first thing that happens? So I'll unmute you guys. Walk me through your thoughts on that.
It's probably like the first thing that she says when I answer the phone, like before I even get to say hi or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too, just because like the second line is nice to see you too. So like, I feel like she wouldn't say that if it was the middle of the conversation.
Absolutely. And that's the clue. That's the clue that tells you that. Totally. So what are you expecting, Serenity? What do you expect?
Her to answer and be like, when I answer, for her to be like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to hear from you again, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Your usual standard conversation. So you can't expect it. So if you're in your room in the middle of something, what's something you could be doing right now inside of that room?
Homework.
Okay. So where do you do homework? Go find a spot.
right here.
Right here? Okay, so start to do it. How would you prop up your phone?
Like here.
Perfect. Okay, so now go to do your homework for a second.
I'm gonna get my fluffy pen.
Love your fluffy pen. That's amazing. That's a great prop. Okay. Writing. And then there's a call coming in. Emma, I want you to just be right in the face of the camera. Okay, hold on one sec. Hold on. She'll go to answer. You'll feel it. So, Serenity, you'll go to, like, swipe it or whatever, okay?
Hi.
I need to talk to you.
Nice to see you too. Talk about what?
Don't play the dumb card with me right now.
I'm not playing dumb. I don't know what you're talking about.
Try again without the lying this time.
I wasn't thinking. It just happened.
Okay, good, good. So, this is fine for you two to be in this exact spot. Totally fine. I think, Emma, you looking at camera makes a lot of sense because you're giving your attention to her wanting to get reactions. Like, you're the one hoping to get focus, right? But there may be some things you can add to yours movement-wise, especially picking it up. When you get mad, picking up the phone and just moving does something. It really does. Like, yeah, I've never been in a fight on FaceTime, and I've been in a fight on FaceTime. Sorry. Been there, right? I've never been in a fight on FaceTime where I just sat there and, like, had it right here and fought with them, like, staring at them. Like, it just doesn't happen typically. So you think through your character and go, where in the room could I move to? What could I do inside of this space? And there'll be moments you find to do that. So Serenity, you know right away, right?
Yeah.
So drop the lines on me from the top. We need to talk to you. I'll tell you when. Okay, go ahead. Oh, sorry, I gotta unmute. My bad. Go ahead, Emma.
I need to talk to you.
Nice to see you too. Talk about what?
Don't play the dumb card with me right now.
There. Like, you can't show it, but your gut, Serenity, would drop to the ground because you know exactly what's going on. And so you're going to try and hide it. You know what you don't do when you're trying to hide something? Stare directly in the eyes of the person you're trying to talk to and hide from. And I think all of us have been there at some point where we didn't want to tell someone something, and the last thing we do is go like, I don't know what you mean. Like, it's like, so you need to find a reason to get up. You have to, because your camera can stay there if you want. That's a reason to go more wide in a sense, but you do not want to keep it right in that same spot with you staring, because she would have to find a way to hide it. Otherwise, if I'm staring at you and I'm your best friend, there's no way I don't know you're lying to me. So you're going to try to lie. You're going to try super hard, fail, then tell the truth. Okay? And that's where some of these movements and these angles come in. So, like, they talked hero, talked dramatic, talked these moments, right? So, like, even the idea of grabbing this, okay, and Serenity, you're on the phone with her, and she's like, I need to talk to you. And you say your line really quick.
Nice to see you too. Talk about what?
Okay, you might start to get suspicious even there. Okay, so it might be you start to get up, grab your phone with you, talk about what? You know, right to the camera, sort of whatever. And then she goes, you know, if you're in the process of folding your laundry a little bit or doing something, it gives you something to distract you from her. That's not weird. It's weird if when she says that, then you get up and do it.
Yeah.
So predict that all the way from the beginning that something might be going on. And then when it gets dropped, that's how you hide. Okay? And again, for you, as we progress, Emma, as you get more frustrated, there's no way you sit in this exact spot the way it is. This is not possible. So this week, I want you to keep exploring those because you've done a great job, both of you, at the situation here. I think it's really great, and there's a lot more than just anger here. There's a lot more depth to it, and we're gonna have a blast sort of diving into some of that. So the challenge is, you guys said when you rehearsed, we talked about it blocking but didn't. Here's what that looks like. So I'm going a little longer with these guys because this is for everybody. You grab the blocking, and you have to test and stop and test and stop and test and stop. And this is rehearsal in general. So when I'm rehearsing, I need to stop if a moment doesn't feel right. Unless I'm going, let's do a full rehearsal. We planned a bunch of blocking. We tested it already. Let's go beginning to end and see how it feels, then talk about it after. That's a type of rehearsal. That's cool. But a lot of rehearsal should be stop and go. Stop and go. God, it didn't feel right. Let's see if we can figure out why together. So you guys test angles, you try different things, and Serenity may do something, you're like, I didn't like that. I didn't believe that. And you have to be that honest. And so you both have to want it, and I know you do, so that's why I'm bringing it up. You have to go, hey, Serenity, I didn't feel that one. Like, I wasn't really feeling that line. And you need to know that's not her going like, your acting's not good. Like, that's not what this is. This is, I want you to send me this so I can feel this, and vice versa. I want to experience this movement here, and I want to try it. If it doesn't play, if I felt good but you felt really weird about it, let's talk about why. And that's how, in rehearsal, you block things, figure things out. Then you go into perform and you release some of it. You have ideas, but it's not just an idea without execution. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm super psyched to see this next week. This is going to be awesome. Cool. Good job, girls.
Thank you.
Woo! You're welcome. So for those watching online, the big thing that we talked about last week were the 4 angles. So we went with the close-up angle, the wide angle. We also talked through just the downward angle coming up and the upward one coming down, depending on the type of character that we're sort of dealing with here. Oh, looks like I switched over here. Dealing with the type of character that we are dealing with here. So when we're doing that and working those moments, you want to think through all the different angles you can play, and then also use your phone to try and create emotion throughout. So what is the next thing I need to feel? Okay, let me predict that. Let me plan that and go through that. So, cool.
All right. Next up, we have Sammy and Miss Lily.
Sam, so good to see you back. Woo!
Hi.
Hi.
Really, just a minute here.
So because we didn't get a chance to rehearse, we'll talk through it together and figure out some of this together, okay? So as soon as Lily gets in here, we'll do that as a team. So let's start off with this. Are we both memorized?
Yes.
Cool. Lily? Got a little lag there. Give me a thumbs up. Lily, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on, are you on a computer, first off? Hold on one second, Lily. We lost her. Should come back. So, Sam, tell me about the idea you had first. So tell me about what did you imagine when you went through the script?
Well, that they're not friends.
Okay, they're not friends. What tells you that?
They're being forced to hang out with each other.
Okay, what tells you that?
Because they're like, I didn't ask for this.
Good. Okay, awesome. So we know we're not friends. We know we don't like to hang out. Okay, where did you imagine the situation happening?
Like in an attic.
In an attic? Okay, why that?
I don't know. It just felt like it. One of the lines is, "I want to open it," and there's like a lot of boxes and attics.
Got it. Okay, cool, awesome. I love that. All right, Lily, what did you imagine? Hold on, let me see if you're muted on my end. Try again, Lily.
Something is going on with her sound.
That's
Give me
weird.
1 second. I'm going to put her out.
Yep.
And bring her back in.
I'm excited for Valleywood.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm super psyched. Still, like, we were going through trailer footage even in the last one of the haunted one. It was fun.
Yeah.
Lily.
So probably she's got that lag thing going, and we had that the last time here, Shay.
Mhm.
So probably what can happen is I think there's just a setting. So maybe she's on like something on the computer, like a certain Wi-Fi setting or something. So why don't you shoot her a call, see if you can walk her through that. And Sam, I'll bring you guys back after the next group.
Okay.
We have one more group, right, Shay?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Let's do
Two
that.
more.
2 more. Great. Yay.
All right, hang tight for me, guys.
Hanging tight. And Lily, relax. Don't let it get to you. We talked about that last week. So technical stuff happens all the time. All right. My God.
You have Miss Ava and Addie coming in right now.
With scene 3, right?
Yes.
And we both know our A's and our B's. Who's who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get Addie in here. Give me 1 second.
No problem, Rockstar.
Hi, Addie. Miss Ava and Addie coming in right now.
Okay, Addie, let's go ahead and mute that live.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to get you guys a round of applause here, and then I want you guys to just start your scene. Okay, we know who's A, we know who's B. Use the angles. I'm excited to see it. Here we go.
Do I go?
Addie, what did you hear me say?
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I'll start again. But that's why I just want you to work on that hyper listening. Don't be upset. Just listen in on it. Here we go. Gonna give you another big one. Zone in on character. Can't wait to see it.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Will you hush? If someone hears us, we're never going to off.
Why are we even doing this? I'd like to go on record somewhere saying this was completely and totally your idea.
Can I add to that record that you begged me to include you? That's what I thought.
Won't this go on a permanent record?
We get caught, maybe.
I swear, this is the worst idea ever.
Do you want them or not?
Well, duh.
Help me.
Fine, but if we go down
We go down together.
together, right?
I found it.
Shut up. Let me see.
This is it. It's just like I imagined it to be.
This is it? This can't be all of it.
Told you, it's like it wanted us to find it.
You're ridiculous.
Whatever we want, we pulled it off.
And scene. Hey. Woo. Okay, so I got some ideas. Walk me through the situation first.
Okay, so we are high schoolers breaking into the school to steal like a humiliating video from someone like from the cafeteria off the footage.
Okay. So, who's being humiliated? Like, what footage? Tell me about that.
Neither of us, like someone we just don't like.
Okay, so you're getting rid of the footage?
No,
No, we're stealing the footage so we can like put it online to embarrass someone.
That's messed up. Messed up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so this script makes it feel like you guys are in the same space. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have we talked about possible ways to overcome that?
We haven't really talked about it.
Okay, let's do that together. So, immediately, I love your idea. I love it. So, now what we want to do is now we've got this idea. Let's roll with it. Let's think through that. And let's go. All right. there's this idea of stealing it, okay? You're stealing it from where, Ava?
Like the principal's office.
Okay. On what? What is it on, Addie, in the principal's office?
It's on like a DVD with like a date marked on it, like the video of like the cafeteria from that day.
Okay, cool. So that would totally work for the in-person. So now just think through technology. How could we adapt that so you both didn't have to be in the same room, but you're both doing the same thing?
Like we're online, like we're trying to like, I don't know, hack into the website where it is, and like we're
100%.
trying to get it.
100%. So you guys are hacking, okay? Because now every line, there's no line that says like, hand that to me, right? If that was the case, we'd have to come up with that together and figure that out. So you're both in your space. I love, Ava, that you grabbed the laptop. So for everybody watching, this is a great example of going, all right, let me grab a prop and add that to it. Like, let me go, all right, I have this idea for a prop, and it will add to the scene. You did that. That laptop gave you a reason to go to the other side of the room, kept me interested in you, and then gave you an opportunity to switch up the energy that was happening. You pre-thought that, right?
Yeah.
So now, Addie, I want you to do a similar type deal. So you got stuck, Addie, in the one spot. So,
Okay.
and I think you're on a computer, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
say
I'm on my phone, but I'm like clipped it to my computer.
Okay, great. That's perfect. So, if you can, for this week, figure out a way to clip it to something else, you could go grab your computer also. You know?
Okay.
And it could be somewhere else in the room. That's not what you have to do. You might get up for something else. Like, you're the one panicking, Addie, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not standing, but just imagine if I was, right? And I'm like, okay. This chair's not rolling like I thought it would, but what do I get? I'll just come down. What am I going to do? 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 This is a bad idea. Like, that is a movement that you could add to this piece, because there's a spot where she's like, she's trying to decide if she wants to do this or not.
Yeah.
So let's start to explore. I love the choice. I love the characters. This is going to be so fun. Now let's start to play. Okay, let's start from the top.
Okay. I can't believe we're doing this.
Will you hush? If someone hears us, we are never going to pull this off.
Why are we even doing this?
Okay, good. So right at the top, Addie. What's the first line?
I can't believe we're doing this.
Okay, go stand up. Start moving. And you need to be loud enough that Ava's line makes sense. And
Okay.
so usually that'd be the principal, right? So now who would it be? Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
If somebody comes in the room, it's going to be obvious you're hacking something. You
Yeah.
don't want to get caught. All right, start to walk around, Addie. Just pace. Just start to feel that. I want you to put thoughts in your mind, Addie, like if you get caught, you're going to lose everything. Okay? You shouldn't have done this. This is a dumb idea. That's right, Ava.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Will you hush? If someone hears us, we are never going to pull this off.
Why are we even doing this? I'd like to go on the record somewhere and say that this is completely entirely your idea.
And I add to that record that you begged me to include you.
Good, better. You feel the difference already, Addie?
Yeah.
Okay, jumping back to the beginning. Start again. Both of our diction needs to be better. We've got to slow down, and I need to hear every word. Let's start again.
I can't believe I agreed to do this.
Will you hush? If someone hears you, we are never going to pull this off.
Good. Feel that? Gonna pull this off.
Gonna
Good.
pull this off.
We are never going to pull this off.
We are never going to pull this off.
Even a little too fast, but better. And here's why. Each one of those words matter. Because if you think about it this way, this is for everybody, each word is a tool that you get to use to try and get your objective, whatever that is. And we haven't talked about objectives yet. But if we go into that sentence, just say that whole sentence, that line.
We are never going to pull this off.
Okay, now go a little before that.
Will you hush? If someone hears us, we are never going to pull this off.
Feel the difference? Now all of the words are emphasized. We hear them all, and they have more power. And you can even have more spacing between them, okay? So we'll go from, you are never going to pull this off. How are you going to use the camera to make sure she feels what you're feeling? Start from the top of the line. Go, Ava. Try things.
Will you hush? If someone hears us, we are never going to pull this off.
Wait.
Continue, yeah.
Okay. Why are you even doing this? I'd like to go on the record somewhere and say this was completely and entirely your idea.
Start again. Too fast. Start again.
Okay. Why are we even doing this?
Too fast. Start again.
Okay. Why are we even doing this?
Too fast.
Why are we even doing this?
Good. So that, but with emotion, Addie, it makes a big difference. Because here's the deal. It's the difference between why are we even doing this and why are we even doing this?
Okay.
Dummy. Right? Okay.
Why are we even doing this? I like to go on the record somewhere and say
Too
this was
fast.
complete. What?
So exactly what you did with that line before, you now need to do with every line. I'd like to go.
I'd like to go on the record somewhere and say this is completely and entirely your idea.
Can I add to that record that you begged me to include you? That's what I thought.
Won't this go on our permanent record?
If we get caught, maybe.
I swear, this is the worst idea.
Do you want them or not?
Well, duh.
Then help me.
Fine, but if we go down...
We go down together.
So that's a good
Together.
reason now to go sit down.
Right.
Good, Addie. Hey. It's already flowing more. It's already more entertaining. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to talk lesson here. So I want you to write down notes on what you did here, what you took from this, and how you're going to apply it next week. And at the end of class, or once we bring everybody back in, I want to hear that from everybody. Okay? Good job, guys. Good job. Woo! All right, we ready for the next two?
Yes, sir. We are going to I'm going to bring in Lily first and
Okay.
test her out.
Test that Lily's sound and
Test the Lily.
Test it. I'm going to test Lily to make sure it is all set.
Lily.
See, what you don't know about Shay, live audience, is that Shay will break out into random accents. Never know when, never know why.
I will.
And singing.
I will. There she is. Lily.
Hi.
Oh.
Hey, and we got
God, I love that voice. All right, let me go ahead and bring in Sammy. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Hi.
So, did we hear Sam's explanation of it?
I heard it.
Okay, so what was your thought?
I feel like they used to be like friends, but then they kind of like fell out of contact, and they were forced into hanging out. And I think it's a good idea with the whole like attic thing. I did
Okay.
not think of it, but it's great.
So, if we go addict, why the heck would these two be in the same house even?
Maybe their parents made them have a play date.
Both parents?
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Yep. Could be. Because it's for me, I'm having a hard time imagining two parents being like, yeah, you guys are gonna make this happen and you're gonna go clean an attic. Like, I like the idea of attic. I like the idea of, honestly, this relationship where you guys haven't been together. I love what you added to it, Lily, with the fact that you guys used to be friends and you're not anymore. So let's go into that for a sec. I think that's going to help us. Why do you think they're not friends anymore?
Maybe they got in a big fight or something.
Sure. What do you think, Lily?
I feel like they just like made new friends, and they kind of like grew up, and they didn't really fit in with each other anymore.
Okay, cool. So who moved on? A or B?
Probably B.
B? That's what I was thinking too. So B is the one who sort of like went off and did their own thing, right? And again, both of you don't want to be in the room. I'm imagining combining your ideas. It was a big fight. Okay? Both of you had some blowout fight, and this was like forever ago. And now we have to figure out why they would be in the same room. And again, the parent play date kind of could happen, but I don't really see it for you guys and your energy. However, there could be something to, well, there's two options. One, they're related some way, and then there would be a reason they're in that same place. But they just don't hang out anymore. They don't like spending time together. They like literally hate their own sibling. There's that idea. Or the
Maybe
friends.
they're cousins and it's like a family reunion.
That could totally be the case. Totally be the case. So we, again, have that relationship. Hi, Shay.
Can I
Yes.
jump in here for
Yes.
2 seconds, Brian?
More than two.
More than 2? Okay, so girls, I want to just throw this at you and see how it makes you feel. So what do you think about rolling around with the idea of babysitter?
That's a good
So
idea.
Lily, you would be the babysitter, and Sammy, you would be the one being babysat, but you guys have this relationship. I liked what you said, Sammy, about being cousins, because I see you guys being like knowing each other well, but at the same time, like Sammy, you are at the point in your life where you don't need a babysitter anymore. Does that make sense? So even if Lily's not an actual babysitter, but if she's like your older cousin who was asked to come over and watch you, you know, because you say that line, you're like, we're not playing the game. And Lily, I imagine you being like, so this is great. This is fun. Like, I don't want to be here either, but your mom made me watch you. Does that make sense? Like, so not essentially, I don't know. I just want you guys to branch off that. Maybe Brian, if that gives you a little bit more of a jumping off point.
Totally.
So it's not as close as siblings. I don't know. It could be, but the way I'm thinking of is it's like you are maybe family friends in some way, but Lily, you're a little bit older. She's kind of the one who hangs around you.
Yeah, let's
Do you know
build
what
on. I like that cousin idea. I think that's great.
Yeah, you too.
I mean, then there's that family thing, and you guys came up with it, which I really like. So let's go with that. So the last thing is our where here. And again, in everybody watching, the who, what, where is the key to these scenes. So what would our where be?
It could be at like a house.
Yep, definitely, 100%. So if we wanted to go into that, we could end up that we had to clean, you know, that's part of what we had to do. But let's start with sticking with the fact that, like, you both just have been stuck in a room together. So mom left or whatever, and you have to watch your little cousin. Again, Sam, you're old enough that you can watch yourself, but we know how parents can be in that setting. It's like, well, watch her anyway, you know. And so now you're in this place where you have to watch her, and it's like, it's kind of weird to you, okay? Let's play with that and see what happens. Sound good?
Okay. Mhm.
All right, here comes your applause.
Hey,
Hi.
I didn't ask for this, you know.
Neither did I.
So, should we play the game? Or,
Are we 5? We are not playing the game.
okay, well, what would you like to do then?
I want to open it.
What? Absolutely not. We can't.
Why not? No one will ever know.
I said no.
Too late.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. No, don't touch it.
Why not?
It might.
It's not going to,
It could.
but it won't.
I've never seen anything like it before.
You have now.
Hey. Good. How'd you feel about the situation?
It was like they're like mad at each other for some reason. Or maybe I'm mad at her because I have to be babysat.
Okay. Lily?
Yeah, probably. I feel like she would be annoyed that she would have to have someone watch her.
Good. So
at her age.
what is the thing? What is the it? Have you decided? The thing that gets opened, Lily. You have any thoughts?
I don't know.
Okay. Any thoughts, Sam?
It could be like a diamond
A diamond?
or maybe like a ring.
So here's what I want, and this is this week thing. I want you guys to come up with something that would make sense, something you wouldn't want to break, but Lily, something that would make your character decide to actually not reprimand her for it.
Glass.
Because here's the deal, like if it's anything else, right? If my little cousin grabs something he shouldn't grab, I'm gonna tell him no, put that thing away. But you know, if we're close in age, which we've decided here, right? And there's something that she grabs and it's super interested and you were already tempted to touch it before, now all of a sudden you can change your energy a little bit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And for you, Lily, I want her to be less happy at the beginning. There has to be this, and part of the happiness comes from like, okay, well, like, it's not even happy, it's just like, I don't really want to be here, don't know what to do, let's figure it out kind of deal. That's where like the game, that was great. So then when she picks something up that you want, then all of a sudden we can watch you deal with whether or not you should do it. Then she goes to try and touch it and your responsible side steps in. It's like the responsible side is going back and forth between you and the cousin fun side and the responsible side. And anyone who's had to babysit or watch or hang with somebody who's a little bit younger but not like young understands this. And so there's a story to be told here, okay? So the next part is we'll get each other's info. I want us to rehearse angles too, okay? I want us to start thinking through some of that and how we're going to play this with it being another space. So I want you, Sam, to turn your phone sideways, vertical, like this. Yep, great. That's how everybody in class, everybody should be holding it, okay? Because this vertical is going to be so much better for you to be able to show more, okay? So now that it's in that setting, okay, do you have something in your room that you could hand over to Lily? Imaginary? Like just some physical object. Grab me something physical from your room.
Like something like that be in the box?
Yeah, anything. Oh, perfect. Great. Okay, so if we both had a crown, for example, okay, this is how we cheat things. Do you have something in your room you could just hold, Lily? Doesn't have to be a crown. Because I doubt there's just a crown sitting around.
I have a tiny thing of hand sanitizer.
Perfect. Okay, so take your hand, the other hand, the one that's your left, okay? You're in your right now, right? Yep, and take it and put it outside of the frame. Other one. But with the hand sanitizer in it. Okay? Now, she can grab that. And let's say, again, it's not going to look the same because it's a different object. Sam, go ahead and from the side of the screen, from your right, grab the tiara, put the tiara out of frame so we can't see it. Grab it, pull it in to frame. Now pull it in with you, Sam. So both your hands up again. Both your hands up.
This? So
Yeah,
like,
I'm just showing a cool angle. So both your hands up. Okay. Yep, perfect. And now pull your hand in, Sam, and bring the crown in. Boom. It looks so cool. So when you watch back, you'll see if it was the same object, that's how we can pull off this whole being in the same room idea. because it sort of has to be for this. So you'll figure out a way that we can do that together. We could be in a similar space, and or we could be in different areas of the house. Okay? In which case, if the shiny thing is the crown, pick it up, Sam. Instead of looking directly in camera, if that's how you're looking at Sam, look to the left of camera. Just a little bit. A little less. That's where the crown is. You see it, and you say your line about don't touch it. Go. Hold up the crown, Sam.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. No, don't touch it.
Why not?
I don't know.
So see the difference? So one is, okay, now I picked, this is my, just like in class, in regular angles, this is my spot I'm looking at, and this is my partner I'm looking at, okay? So I want you guys to explore some of that this week. This is going to be a fun scene. This is going to be really cool watching you guys play both these characters off and on. Now, learn both parts. Obviously, this is for everybody. Learn both parts. But I think this is going to be a great mix for you guys. Okay, cool. Good work.
Thank you.
Woo!
All right. Next up, we have Mr. Elijah and Sam Wasi.
Elijah and Sam, huh? All right. Who have...
I know. Learn both.
Scene 2. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
All right, you guys ready?
I think so.
Okay, here we go.
Come on, bro. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Then why did you?
I wanted to. Hey, I've been where you are before.
I don't need you to fight my battles.
It seems like you did a minute ago.
I'm used to it by now. Same thing every time.
It doesn't mean it doesn't suck.
I mean, you are right about that.
You don't have to take it, you know?
Better than being invisible.
You know, being invisible isn't so bad. You know, it's less problems.
It really shouldn't be that way.
Hey, if you just stay out of the way, you won't have to deal with it.
I don't want to stay out of the way. I want to be who I am.
So what's your plan now? Okay, you can't keep doing this every day.
One day people will notice.
And what if they don't?
On to plan B, I guess.
What's plan B?
Fit in and be invisible.
All right.
Shay, what you got? Shay is super psyched.
Nothing. I love what you guys did with that, and I just want to know what your thoughts were on it and what you think the relationship is between the two of you.
Okay. Yeah, so it was actually Elijah's idea when we got on the FaceTime and tried to figure out what we could do. And he was like, what if we're like playing video games? So we're like on a FaceTime call with friends. We're playing video games, and I killed him in the video game. So he's like, why'd you do that, man? I was like, because I wanted to. Like, we did the same thing.
I think that is so cool and so different from what I pictured when I wrote it, like from the idea that kind of spawned in my mind. So I think I can't wait to see you guys build this up, because there's so many different avenues that you can take this script, and I love the lightheartedness you gave it. So I just wanted to say I'm excited. Sorry I popped in on you, Brian.
No, dude, you are just as teacher as me, girl.
This scene is so good, and I picked it for you two on purpose, and I'm glad you chose the roles that you did. That was correct and makes the most sense. But even if you decided to switch roles, you could, based on the avenue that you decided to take it. So I think what's going to be big for you guys, this is just the one tip I'll give you, and then I'll let Brian take over.
Wow.
The relationship here is going to be huge. So whereas in other scenes, it's more about the thing than it is the relationship, this is going to be much more telling and inspiring if you guys make it about the relationship between the two characters, for sure.
100%.
Okay, thanks.
So again, just jumping on what Shay said, I love that situation. I think it's awesome. I think it totally fits. So we're gonna walk through some movement choices. So how did you use the angles? How did you rehearse?
Yeah. So we were thinking of, since it's on FaceTime, it makes sense to, like, once I do the thing and he starts talking to me, since I'm the villain and he's more of the innocent in it, I would kind of like bring up the phone like this. So I'm like talking down to him, and then his angle, right? Elijah, weren't you like kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of just like regular, like close up.
Okay, great. So now realize, okay, it's about continually shifting those things based on what you're saying and based on strategy. So that's what I want you guys to start exploring this week. I'm going to explore a couple moments with you. But, okay. So, like, it was like a minute ago, right, that you totally, like, you just killed him and moved on, right? Are you still in the game, or did you finish the game?
Yeah, I think we paused it, was the idea.
You paused it. So you're playing online, right? Let's say, you know, we're gaming, we're on the Xbox, we're playing online, and you guys are back and forth. You kill him in the game. If it's live, right? Is it just the two of you playing each other online?
What do you think, Elijah?
I feel like, say we're playing Call of Duty and we're playing a match and we're fighting bots, and you're on the bots team and you're fighting me. Kill me. So it's not really of a.
So I'll speak into that because my brother and I play as well, and we love doing stuff like that. And there was one time we were playing Call of Duty, and we were playing the zombies, and he set up on purpose. He set it up so that we could kill each other also, and you had revives, and so you could revive each other too. But it was making me so triggered, man. It was like I was getting so mad at him because I'd be in the middle like reloading something, and then just. I'm like, dude, like, what the heck, right? So I think there's something actually to you guys being on the same team, but like you said, it's not like a serious type of match. But it could be. You could explore that even, and you were like right at the tail end of it, and he does that. But I feel like that's a little less like, unless Sam's playing a jerk, which I don't see, then it would just be like a frustrating thing. So I love that you're playing bots. You know, you're probably down to like the last like one or two. And just for fun, Sam, you just, and then he's out. Like, he's out. So you probably finish off the last one or whatever. He's probably calling you, just like, what the heck, you know? And then you end up answering, okay? So with that being the case, depending on how chill your characters are, there's so many options, okay? So how far right now, Sam, is your kitchen from where you are? Just curious.
It's right out there. But
right
I
out
think
there.
Now.
Do you have any snacks in there?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor. Go grab a snack and bring it over in the room.
Okay.
Yeah. Eli, you're the one that ended up, like, getting out, right? You're the one who got out, who he eliminated, correct?
Yeah, I was originally thinking like either that or like he stole my kill, and I'm like, you didn't have to do that. I need your help.
Okay, cool. And you know what? It could go either way on that. It could go either way, depending on how you want to escalate the scene. Because, again, if it's a real match and he does that, he gets you out, and he's on your team, that would make you so mad, right? The other's like a playful one. If you needed to build up your skills, that's another one. So let's start here. Sam, take the okay. Sam, they're over in the corner. Go put the chips over there, because this will give you a reason to get up.
The corner over here?
Anywhere in the room. Yeah. Where you're gonna have to kind of go get them. All right. So now grab your phone. Just hold it in your hand. He's calling you. So, Eli, where did you start? You started from the lower angle or the higher one, or just like straight, right?
It was, well, when I started talking, it was like a few lines in, I went in to a close-up streak.
Okay, so we're sitting here. Start from just medium sort of like right in the middle. Okay, you're sitting there and you're just waiting for him to answer. Go hit the call button again on your screen, just pretend. He hasn't been answering. You just wrapped up your stuff. You see he's calling. Don't answer right away. Go to answer, Sam. Pick up the phone and go to get your chips while he talks.
You didn't have to do that.
I know.
Why did you?
I wanted to. Hey, I've been where you are before.
I don't need you to fight my battles.
It seems like you did a minute ago.
Okay, good. You feel that? So now you've got to strategize. It's interesting because the chips make noise and the chips do things. The chip is a line. This happened in our play that we had when we did Lonesome West. The chip was a line. There was one moment where my character's having like a deep monologue and he's like crying and it's like very serious. And the other dudes in the corner just gnawing on potato chips. And Matt had strategized. It was Matt. Exactly when he was going to eat each chip based on how emotional I was and where the pauses are and where it was most inappropriate. Mm-hmm. So you can find spots. You can grab the chips, grab one, and then go back to chill zone, whatever that is, you know, bed, couch, whatever, inside of this space. And there's moments you clearly created that angle. And now you've moved to a different spot. And now we're like, you started by movement. Now we're back in this angle, which is great. Mm-hmm. And that's the idea. And this is for everybody because you guys did the work here. We want to see those angles shifting.
Yeah.
Like if you think about a movie, any movie, there's almost no scenes that are continuously on one shot. Like ever. Ever. So we don't have multiple cameras that we're working with, so we are the other cameras. We move them to keep interest and peak interest. Watch a movie. Seriously, everybody in class, go watch one and see how many times they cut. The one movie that doesn't happen in, and it's incredible, I used to teach on it, is Lincoln. The movie Lincoln, because Daniel Day-Lewis is just a friggin' rock star. So in that movie, there's a scene where it's like, I swear it's like 10 minutes of just him. And it's a slow pan that comes in and comes in while he's talking for like almost 10 minutes. And it just keeps going in on this one shot towards him. No cutaway shots, no showing other people's reactions, like just him. And that's super challenging to be able to pull. Like Daniel Day-Lewis got it, but that is hard to pull off. The reason we cut is to keep interest, right? Yeah, I mean, that's great. Like you could jump up there. Like anything can happen, okay? So when you guys rehearsed this week, I love this idea. Like Shay's absolutely right. You guys came up with something so amazing. Now explore, okay? Like there's no reason he couldn't have chips and think of all the other ideas. Let your creative mind go, okay?
All right.
All right. Okay. Did we get through everybody?
We sure did.
All right, let's bring him back.
Yeah, let me see.
Bring him back, bring him back. Bring him back, bring him back. Anybody know that song?
No.
No? Cool. Cool. It's old.
Nice job, Brian. Way to connect with the kiddos.
I connect in all kinds of ways. One of them is teaching, and I just taught them a great song.
Hey, so just to not to totally call Miss Emma out, but she's not in the video. So it is, Brian, just so you know, it's Emma's video that's making that feedback sound.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see if we can fix that for next week.
Yeah, Emma, there's something going on with there's feedback coming from your phone for some reason.
Oh,
Oh, you're good. Good now.
Well, that's because I'm not talking also. Like, I think it's this mic from
Oh,
her.
gotcha. Okay.
Her phone doesn't like me.
All good.
Okay, let's go around. And I don't know why I said it so weird. Okay, all right. No, not even a smile. Guys, what is wrong with you? Okay.
What do you mean I was smiling?
All right, it was like a half smile. That's better. I'm feeling much better about that now. Okay, let's start off. We're going to go around from everybody and just hear what we got out of today. Let's grab our notebooks. Let's put our phone in a stable position and focus on each other, learn from each other, and then we'll talk about how we can take these next week and level them up.
I think I lost my notebook.
Well, I don't have a sharp pencil.
I mean, just an average size pencil that's not as sharp would be fine, I think.
No, like my pencil's broken.
Ah, well, that won't work.
My notebook's just gone.
You can take 'em. You can take notes in, like, just mentally, and then write them down after if you want, Eli. If you don't have anything.
Hold on.
Second note for everybody's scene: have your notebooks near you and ready, because we're gonna do this every week. So.
I found it.
Okay. Eli's going to get a pen. Okay. Or pencil, one of the two. All right, let's come around. We'll go through everybody here. Let's start off. Okay. So, Lily, for you and Sam, both of you didn't get to rehearse because we didn't have info. So let's make sure to do that this week. Okay. And we'll build on that. I know you guys are going to do the work. I'm not worried about it. So I'm super excited about your scene. So tell me about what you got out of today.
We figured out what we were to each other.
Okay, good.
And we figured out the props.
Yep.
Kind of.
Kind of. We got started on that. Absolutely. So what did you learn?
I learned how to make something that's a different object, and even though we're not in the same room, make it look like we're transferring it.
Absolutely. Cool. Lily,
Yeah, probably the same thing.
have you never done anything like that?
No.
It's cool, right? That's the manipulation of space. Very cool. Okay, great. All right, let's go over to Serenity and Emma. Either one of you can go first.
You can go.
Well, just like, I don't know how to like phrase it. Like when you're, I mean, first of all, that if you're doing both characters, you get a better perspective of the scene as a whole and how to like do it well. And then in terms of like angles, just like go with like your gut and like don't be afraid to try new things.
Love that. That's awesome. Serenity?
Like when it comes to doing the different angles, you should do what feels like natural to the scene. Like if you're like genuinely like trying to hide something from someone you're on FaceTime with, you would try to find as many things as possible to like fill the time and try to like change the subject.
Totally. And that is a not just FaceTime, that's all the way around the board. So I want everyone to realize that that's the case. That, like, again, we go into our natural behaviors. Naturally, if I'm trying to hide something, the last thing I want to do is look in your eyes. So as actors, we sort of know the vision of everything. We know the lines. We have an idea where we're taking it. But we need to remember for our characters, they need to experience the emotions and the thoughts they would have. Good. Love that. Okay, let's jump over here to... Let's go over to Ava and Addie.
We worked on like emphasizing words and slowing down.
And like kind of translating the scene from like in person kind of to like online.
Yes.
Like,
so go ahead, Addie.
Like changing our idea from like what would make sense online to like what makes sense in person to what makes sense over FaceTime or Zoom.
Oh my god.
Happens. Okay, I love that. And so why is the diction important, girls?
So you can pick up every word that they're saying and it like makes it flow more and feel more.
Okay. Yes. And feel more. Tell me about that.
Definitely. I think this scene like is stressful on both ends, but a different kind of stress. So especially like once you know both parts, you can see it from each perspective, and once you start to slow down, you feel like how your character would feel more.
Totally. Totally. And so for both of you, because I know I've seen that, when you watch this back, you'll see how much of a difference it made. It changed everything. We all need to realize and see it this way, okay? You are a musician, okay? You're playing the piano or you're playing the guitar, and every word is a note. Every word is a note that you can play and adapt and move, and that includes things all the way down to and, of, like all of those have been picked for a reason. There's a difference between and but. That's the most obvious one here, right? But those are small, just like connecting words. But the difference between telling someone and or because or but makes a huge difference. And so if we rush past it, which we tend to do, we miss some of the greatness that's in our writing. And here's the cool part for you guys and what we're doing. Shay wrote these, but these are your creation. You're the ones bringing it from concept to creation. You're the ones going, okay, let me figure out all the relationships. None of it's given. That's the whole point of ambiguous scenes, is they're open. It could be anything. So Shay had an idea for certain things on where things would go, but it's like anything could happen. You use your imagination to create a scene, create relationships, create characters, and ideally by the end of this, when you go pick up a play or you go pick up a screenplay or any sort of acting script, you will then understand all the work that needs to be done to understand the writer and bringing the creativity to a piece. Okay? That's that idea. Good. Okay. So let's jump over here. Let's go to Sam and Elijah. Gonna unmute you guys real quick. And all right. Sam, I did it, but yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Sam.
I learned that it's really important to get super creative with it and to keep it interesting, like movies with multiple shots, but then make it interesting in this environment with just one camera and one shot.
Yes. Awesome. Eli?
I learned that we need to work on our relationship, and like if we get to know each other's piece and get to know each other's character